I just got the news today while listening to Stephen A. Smith, Jalen, Michael Wilburn, and Greeny on ESPN covering the Celtics Sixers game just before that. There was breaking news that Ja Morant has been suspended because apparently there is a video image of him waving or carrying or brandishing some gun, and it's not on apparently it's an Instagram feed on one of his friends or not one of his but somebody else's on somebody else's feed, was posted on his feed. And I believe many of the sports commentators, analysts, including Stephen A. Smith, were all saying that they don't know what is wrong with Ja Morant. There's a problem. He has a problem, and I'm thinking of, at first I was a bit rushing to judgment. I was agreeing. I was saying there's something wrong with Ja Morant. Why is he waving a gun in broad daylight? And I said to myself, well, hold on, is Ja Morant committing a crime? Because first of all, aren't we living in America, and don't we have the right to bear arms? Isn't it Ja Morant's constitutional right to carry or to bear arms? And isn't Memphis an open carry or open state? In some states in the U.S., you can carry a gun. And the next thing is, does he have? What law is he breaking? Has he been arrested? Has he been charged? What is the issue? Ja Morant should sue the NBA and the Memphis Grizzlies for violating his constitutional rights, the rights to bear arms, and his freedom of expression. Moreover, the issue with Ja is not a legal or criminal one. It is a political one. And Ja's act happens to bring the NBA in the center of it. Nevertheless, Ja is within his rights to carry and cannot affect the paparazzi who take pictures of him exercising said rights. But he's an American. And while he may not be political in a very direct way, he's political in an indirect way. But he's definitely not apolitical, him being very intelligent and intellectual. We will provide a unique perspective that considers the actions of Ja as within his legal rights, and that of the NBA and the Memphis Grizzlies, and those castigating him as a black man with a firearm, as a violation of or affecting his ability to exercise his rights. I am Ronaldo McKenzie, and welcome to another episode of the Neoliberal Realm podcast. The title of the episode is Ja Morant is in the news again, and this time, his rights are being violated, taken advantage of. We will discuss this, and we will also have excerpts from ESPN Stephen A. Smith talking and commenting on this very issue, and then, of course, we will provide some more responses. This is the Neoliberal Round. Stay tuned. We will have an introduction music, and then we'll continue with the episode.
I welcome back the to the episode. This particular segment is a new segment. We added it today, May 15th, 2023, and I actually tweeted this, but I was not finished with the Ja Morant situation because I am very upset about what's going on and how people are twisting the narrative and making Ja Morant to look like a villain. Okay, and so I have today on first take Stephen A. Smith and Perkins um, provided more commentary on the Ja Morant situation, and of course Stephen A. Smith and Perkins and all the pundits on ESPN. Everyone, the whole world is coming down on Ja Morant. They are being hypersensitive. In fact, Stephen A. Smith, even towards the end of his diatribe about Ja Morant, seemed to insinuate criminal behavior, that he's not young. It has nothing to do with criminality. The NBA and Stephen A. Smith are using their draconian rules to control Ja Morant as if he is not also a private American with freedoms. Work rules should not trump the Constitution, and we should not assume that brandishing a gun is anything but protection when celebrities are being gunned down while on social media. It is not surprising that Ja Morant would brandish a gun in his private vehicle from a picture taken by a private associate in an effort to ward off any attack. Rappers have been gunned down in their cars while on live, and this time he shows a gun, maybe to say he is not that stupid like the others. But what crime did Ja commit? What rule did he break? Moreover, just because some are anti gun doesn't mean Ja must accept that ethic or morality. This last or latest incident was not reckless or dangerous as some are making it out to be. Having a gun and parading it on TV is what people do of any race who are fascinated with the gun in this country. He's not playing in the NBA. He's a private individual who has a political position about guns as well. And he is within his rights to express a political position about the right to bear arms and gun regulations and rights. If anything, Ja was using the platform to make a political stance for less gun laws and freedoms of expression while sending a message that he is locked and loaded while in public for people who are after celebrities. We are rushing to judgment and now imposing on Ja's constitutional rights and freedom of expressions. There is no one who can point to any crime that Ja broke, as he did not. Only breaking some NBA rule about behavior that is based on preference and taste. For the NBA cannot legislate on players' behaviors that is unconstitutional and outside of labor laws. Listen to the rest of the episode today, the Neoliberal Realm podcast, as I continue to make this argument. We'll be right back after this. Just before we get back into the episode, we're doing a poll, and and you can participate in the poll, and it's just a simple yes or no question. Do you believe that Ja Morant is guilty of any crime that warrant any suspension? Do you believe that Ja Morant is guilty of any crime that warrant any suspension? Yes or no? You can participate by going on our Spotify platform. We will also have it available on our Twitter page, Ronaldo McKenzie. This is the Neoliberal Round. We'll be right. We get back to, we pick up from where we left off. Here we are. Here we go.
Unless it's a problem for the. I mean, the only issue in fact, the thing is, think the only issue is that it is a political issue. It is a political issue. It is a political issue because Ja Morant is not breaking any crime. he is exercising his constitutional right to carry arms. Is it because he's a black guy? Black people can't carry guns. Once you are black and you have a gun, there's a problem. You can't. It is within his constitutional right to bear arms. Are you saying, okay, is it sending a wrong a message? I'm not understanding. Are we living in China or some other country? I apologize. I should not. I apologize to the Chinese for saying that. I mean, what is he living in Timbuktu? What's going on here? And if he has a contract with the NBA that says he cannot carry a gun or put the NBA in any bad light, the contract in itself does not supersede the Constitution of the U.S. until the Constitution cannot break or violate Ja Morant's right to bear an arm. So I don't know what the issue, and how is it an issue of image? Carrying a gun is something, it's an American thing, is it not? What is the issue? I'm not understanding. Please, somebody help me. I do not believe Ja Morant should have been suspended. I do not believe Ja Morant committed any crime. Okay, I believe he was exercising his constitutional right. And even if he and I believe, and whatever state he was in when he was brandishing this gun, the question is it an open carry state? And the next question is, if it's not an open, did he violate any kind of law to have a gun? And if somebody wants to illegally take a picture of him brandishing it, I mean, that is that person's prerogative. He is within his privacy. He's doing his own thing. People take pictures and broadcast it. How is that? What crime? What is going? I mean, are we being hypersensitive here? I believe that we need to investigate this properly. I believe we're violating. I think Ja Morant's team have a right to fire back. Okay, and his legal team needs to investigate the NBA and to investigate whether or not his rights are being violated and taken advantage of. This is the Neoliberal Podcast. The Grizzlies released a statement on Ja Morant saying this, and I quote: "We are aware of the social media video involving Ja Morant. He is suspended from all team activities pending league review. We have no further comment at this time." Now, by the way, not only is it is a question of whether or not the NBA and the Grizzlies are violating his constitutional right to bear arms, but what about his freedom of expression? His freedom of expression. And whether or not this expression violates or how does it put the Grizzlies and the NBA in any negative light for him demonstrating his constitutional right, or someone taking a picture of him demonstrating his constitutional right? Here is the story.
We are aware of the social media video involving Ja Morant. He is suspended from all team activities pending league review. We have no further comment at this time. All right, our senior insider, Adrian Wojnarowski, is here, and of course you have been on the phone all day long with practically everyone, I'm sure, around the league. What are the things that you can tell our audience that we don't yet know?
Greeny, Ja Morant is facing the very real possibility of a suspension, a lengthy suspension, to start next season after this latest incident with he and an apparent firearm in his possession. This is twice in 2 months now. The league suspended him for 8 games, really 2 of them retroactive to really just 2 games earlier this season. I sense already today that Adam Silver is going to feel increasing pressure from other teams in the league.
Okay, whatever. This is BS. What is wrong with him having a firearm? Okay, fine. He has a firearm. Is that a sin? Sorry, is that a crime? Is that a crime? No, it is not. It is only a political issue with what's going on in this country. Okay, he's black and he has a gun. Is that the problem? And is that because what is Ja Morant needs to fire back? Needs to sue the Grizzlies and the NBA and recoup his $600,000 if he has a good attorney. I'm telling you, absolutely ridiculous. I'm telling you. Let us hear Stephen A. Smith, Jalen, and Wilburn on the issue.
It's really hard to. As you know, I'm a Knicks fan, and we've talked about R.J. Barrett. Between Zion Williamson's body and Ja Morant's stupidity, R.J. Barrett might end up being the best pick. You know, when you look at some of the things that has transpired, Ja Morant has already been suspended for 8 games, cost himself forfeited over $600,000. You know what the biggest issue here is? It's self-inflicted. It was his Instagram post that exposed the initial situation with him holding a gun that got him suspended. Now, with this latest video, it's somebody that he's with deciding to go on Instagram Live. This is not TMZ or somebody finding out something and digging it from. It's self-inflicted. And I'm just imagining, because I remember speaking to Draymond Green on this podcast earlier this year, and one of the things he raved about when he talked about Ja Morant, he said Ja Morant is one of the most intelligent players in the game and one of the most intelligent athletes you will ever find. So if we want to eradicate the word stupidity, then we have to go to something deeper. There's got to be a problem here. Now, whether it's with the company you keep or other things that you're doing that lead to you making these foolish, idiotic decisions, there is no question. There's a problem somewhere. There's a problem somewhere. And ultimately it comes back to Ja Morant because he is not a child. He is a young man.
Yes, Stephen A. Smith. He is intelligent and he is a philosopher. And guess what? He understands the politics that's going on in this country regarding and surrounding gun laws. He understands the issues of the constitutional rights to be the fight, okay, between liberals, yes, and Democrats and Republicans, liberals and conservatives. He understands the fight that's going on in this country. Those who want to take, he thinks want to regulate or take away people's freedom of expression, and those who don't, and as against people who want to violate other people's constitutional right and the rights that certain people have in this country. Those who of a certain pedigree can carry a gun, but is seen, but they are, it is seen as not a problem. But if you're colored and you have a gun, it's a problem. Fanon says that the Negro is not any more than the white man. This is what Ja Morant understands that, and he has read Fanon's work, and he's been okay. We will find out what will happen. We will follow this story. This is the Nearly Barone podcast. Please support us and subscribe for free on any show, on any stream. We have a powerful podcast coming up this Wednesday. We will talk with Raymond Dingle on the lending industry And of course, on the 23rd, we will be live participating in a webinar, and we will provide coverage looking at the artificial intelligence revolution. We'll have a 3-hour presentation with some of the brightest minds at Statista on the issue. We will provide coverage. We're looking forward to that. This is the Neoliberal Round, brought to you by the Neoliberal Corporation by Ronaldo McKenzie. We are serving the world today to solve tomorrow's challenges by making popular what was the monopoly.